Quick time. Wait, how come it's not registering? Wait, where's the string? Oh, great. Turn off QuickTime. Let me turn off first. All right, so we can go through all the questions here. So the quiz was, what's the first question? 7 over x minus 2. So 7 limit h approach 0, 7 over x plus h minus 2 minus 7 over x minus 2 over h, right? So what do I need to multiply this side? I need to multiply this side by x plus h minus 2 and x plus h minus 2. I need to multiply this side by x minus 2 over x minus 2. Just combine fraction, limit h approach 0. It's going to be x minus 2 and then times x plus h minus 2. And this is 7x minus 14 minus 7x minus 7h plus 14 times 1 over h. And this takes 7x gone, 14 gone, h go away, -7 when h approach 0, so it's -7 over x minus 2 squared. Questions? Yes. It doesn't really matter if you expand it, but you expand it wrong.
How did I get it wrong?
Because you got x squared minus 2x minus 2.
I think I was literally once in that idea.
Yes?
Is there a rule based on that? It's just like parenthesizing.
I know how to do it. I just want
turning it negative.
Well, technically you can use power rule, but you have to have incorporate with chain rule. But yeah, but that's not a good point. The point is knowing how to do the calculus part, to algebra part of it. Okay, so the next one is limit h approach 0 of x plus h plus 4 minus root of x plus 4 over h. Multiply by conjugate x plus h plus 4 plus square root x plus 4 over square root x plus, oops, I'm going too fast, x plus h plus 4 plus square root x plus h. So therefore limits h approach 0. That one is going to give you x plus h plus 4 minus x minus 4 over h times square root x plus h plus 4 plus square root x plus h. This will cancel out. So it'll be 1. Huh? This one is a x plus h, right? So x plus h. Wait, hold on a second. So this one's x plus h plus 4 minus x. This is a 4, right?
Yes.
So it's a plus 4, right? Oh no, minus 4. Yeah, it's minus 4.
Oh, we're talking about the bottom, the square root of x plus 4 instead of x plus h.
Oh, this is a 4?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. So that's gonna give you 1. My bad, my handwriting's bad. So h is pro 0, so it'll be x plus 4 plus x plus 4. So it'll be 1 over 2 x plus 4. And that'll be the answer for this one. So that's definition of derivative. Now, what was the last question? It was 5x squared minus what? 3x, so f of x is equal to that. So I'm gonna plug in limits x approach to 2, right?
Yeah.
So it'll be 5x squared minus 3x. What is f2 again? 14. So that's going to be minus 14 over x minus 2. So what's a factor over the top? 5x plus 7 and what? X minus 2. X minus 2 will always end up to cancel because that's the denominator. X approach 2. So it'll be 17. So answer is 17.
I didn't like that minus sign. There was 5 minus X. I did that instead. The dash is under the minus sign. And I completely didn't know. But then there's an oh. It'd be easy to make it, but I can't actually say it. Sounds like a good
Okay, so a lot of you guys algebra need to work. Algebra is weak, and you didn't bother to go fix it. I can tell like a lot of you guys are not locked in for try to fix your math mistakes. And I know some people also do a good job. I think Misha does a good. I think Ethan does good. Connors does a lot better than last test. Assess is screw up, but he's coming back. Jenny does good. Eli does good. There are certain people that does good because they really focus on mistakes. McKenna does good because she's whisper. She didn't like call my name. That's not what you say. What did you say?
You said Nelly doesn't do good. Nelly does very good.
I didn't say nearly.
You don't. You said she doesn't do good. She does.
I didn't say she did not do good. Did I say you did not do good?
You just didn't say my name. So she was like, you're implying
I was
that I
backing up
didn't.
Nelly.
Oh. No, she messed up something. That's okay. One thing that I want you to do is just make sure you don't make those simple mistakes because every time people tell me it's just a simple mistake. Well, if it's so simple, don't mess up. That's probably the cruelest thing I can say, but it's true. Don't mess up in the future. So, because on SAT you mess up a simple question, that you mess up question 1, it still counts 10 points away from you. So you have to make sure that everything you do is precise. I will always tell people I love like the way that they say in the carpentry is measure twice, cut once. So you only do things once and you do it correctly. You don't want to do it multiple times and do it wrong. So do it once and do it correctly. That is what the best student always end up doing is measure twice, cut once. Questions on homeworks. Yes, Gabby.
Last two, like 67 and 63, do you remember?
Okay, I prefer to go over 45 first. Is that okay?
Yeah.
45. Some people did weird stuff. Don't do weird stuff. 45 x cubed minus 3x squared plus 4 over x squared. So for me, I always do algebra first. So algebra is going to be x cubed minus x squared minus 3x squared over x squared plus 4 over x squared. I split them all up because bottom's one term. And this becomes x minus 3 plus 4x to the negative 2. That's f of x. Now, do you realize I did not take a derivative? Now, I can take a derivative now is equal to 1 minus 8x to the negative 3. So it'll be 1 minus 8 over x to the 3. Do you guys get this one? How many guys did not get this one? Do you know where you mess up?
Wait. Oh, I'm dumb. Oh, I did write it. Yeah.
Gabby, did you mess up?
Yeah, I see.
Okay, so those are things that you have to very pay attention to those details. Here's the one thing that I would do is I didn't give you an answer for a reason, but you need to learn how to check. So for example, how do I check this answer? I can check this answer by just look at this. So I don't know what's the equation. Can you tell me what's the equation? F of x is what?
Third minus 3x squared plus 4 over x.
Over what?
X.
Okay, so now the function looks like this, right? Now you can click on f prime of x. So you can do this, and they will show you the graph. Wait, why it doesn't? Oh, because there was 2f. You can do g. Sorry, let's do g, because there was g over there, and this g over here. So you can see that one is original graph and one is a blue line is a derivative. Now you also can graph, so you can unhighlight this part. Are you following me? And you can plug in the 1 divided by, what was it? What was it, the derivative?
1 minus 8 over x to the third.
A over x to the third. And it comes out same graph. So this is how you check, right? You check both graphs to see if they are matching. Then that way you know your answer is correct or wrong. So learn how to double check. Desmond is going to be your best friend here. And make sure you don't mess up those. You can.
What is x equal to?
What?
How do you get 1 minus 8? X negative 3.
Because I take a derivative of derivative of x is 1, derivative of 3 is 0, derivative of this, move the negative 2 in front, so it's 8x to the negative 3. And this is a question that I want to make sure that you guys understand. Yes. I haven't get there yet, but I'll go over other questions first. Any other questions besides that? Yes?
39.
What does 35 says?
Y equals 4x plus 1 squared.
Y equal to 4x plus 1 squared? Yeah, that's a good question because all you gotta do is algebra. So 4x plus 1 times 4x plus 1. And that's equal to 16x squared plus 8x plus 1. And that's y. But now I can take a derivative. See that I have write down all this is y, but then I take a derivative. I told myself I'm gonna take a derivative now. So it'll be 32 x minus plus 8, and that's it.
One of the ones with the point.
They say they want to what? They want to find a slope. They want to find a slope, right? Okay, slope, then just plug in y prime of, I believe, 2 or 0. 0, so plug in 0. So it's equal to 8. Yes. I would tell you take a derivative of k is 0. But I will go to 67 instead. 67. Now, if I ever graph this functions right here, so that's gonna be like this. Sorry, let me unhighlight this graph. So this is gonna look like this. Do you see that tangents over there? You know the answer is 4 over 27. Somebody posts online says 4 over 27. But do you know what is the main thing that here that matter? Because when you see this, the main thing that matter is when you are tangent to that point, two things happen. One, can you tell me what's the two things happen? Which two things happen? Ethan, which two things happen at that point? This question 67. When they are tangent to each other, which two things happen? They touching 1 point, but okay, that's what I'm looking for. Anybody else? Eli. Nearly. Two things happen here. Yes. Almost. Brandon? Okay, so the output has to be the same. Because they intersect each other. They actually touch each other. So the things are each other. What else is equal to each other? Thank you. Slope. So 67 f of x equal to kx to the third, right? And the other one is x plus 1, right? So guess what? Slope equal to each other. So can I take the slope by taking derivative, right? So that's going to be 3kx squared. This one, y prime is equal to 1. Is that okay? So I can say 3kx squared equal to 1. First thing happened. First condition. What else is equal to each other, we say? What? The functions equal to each other. Good. So the function is, the output is the same. So output is same. So that means the f of x is equal to y. So in this case, it'll be kx cubed equal to x plus 1. Second condition. So once you have those two conditions, now it's a system equation because we got variable k, you got variable x. You want to solve k and x. The true thing, the way to think about it is this. The way to think about it is, hey, I have 3kx squared equal to 1, kx cubed equal to x plus 1. You cannot do system equation with elimination in this case. 90% of the question in the world you can done with elimination. People always thought the 10% are the easiest one. Actually, the 10% are the harder one of system equation. The 10% of system equation should be done by substitution because they are harder. In this case, substitution is very, very important. So some people should say, do I solve for k or solve for x? I'll solve for k any day. Why? Because k is a one term. It's k to the 1 power, not x squared or x cubed. If I solve for x, then that's going to square root both sides. That's not what you want to do. So I'm going to go with here. I'm going to solve for k. So if I solve for k, it's going to be k equal to 1 over 3x squared. Is that okay? And I'm going to plug it in. So it'll be k 1 over 3x squared times x cubed equal to x plus 1. So therefore, it's 1/3 x equal to x plus 1. So that's equal to 2/3 x negative 1. So negative 3 over 2 is equal to x. And then plug it back in. So k equal to 1 over 3 times negative 3 over 2 squared. So 1 over 3 times 9 over 4. So it's over 27 over 4, so it'd be 4 over 27. And that's why if you plug in 4 over 27, they are exactly tangent to each other. Input are the same, slope are the same when they're tangent to each other. Now this is a higher level questions. Sure. Did I assign a question with horizontal tangent or no? No? I did?
You talked about name, you talked
Okay, so I think there was a question that you guys supposed to do is 57, but I don't know if you guys did that. Did I say 57? Oh, I type in 67 rather than 57. Okay, but question 57 says y equal to x4 minus 2x squared plus 3. And they say find horizontal tangent, find the x value where horizontal tangent. Can you tell me horizontal tangent in terms of calculus is gonna mean? What's horizontal tangent means? What? Fiona? Oh. Slope is equal to 0. Thank you. So that means slope equal to 0. So what do I have to do? Take a derivative, right? So 4x cubed minus 4x. So 0 equal to 4x cubed minus 4x. So can I factor out 4x, x squared minus 1? So 0 equal to 4x times x plus 1 times x minus 1. So x equal to 0, x equal to -1, x equal to 1. That's a horizontal tangent. So today you're going to have some horizontal tangent questions as well. You have to figure out the horizontal tangent, which is take a derivative is equal to 0.
You should crush them.
Okay, next question. Other question is 115, right? I don't want to do 116 because I haven't taken a derivative, but I'm going to teach you how to take a derivative of sine. So take a derivative of sine of x is equal to cosine of x. If you take a derivative of a cosine function, it's going to give you negative sine of x. Anytime you have a c function, cosine, cosecant, or cotangent, you always result is going to be negative. So it's always negative when you take a derivative of the something start with a c. Always end up to be negative or something. In this case, you take a derivative of sine of x, it's going to be cosine of x. And you take a derivative of cosine of x equal to negative sine of x. Now, I'm going to talk about 115. Did you guys do question 115? Did you get it right? I think it's ax cubed, right? When x is greater than 2, I think. Less than 2, sorry. And what's the other one? X squared plus b greater than 2. Now, two things happen here. Well, visually, this is what happened. This one is going to be ax to the 3, right? Right? And then x squared plus b, right? So I'm going to graph both. So I'm going to get rid of this graph. And I'm going to do this. Wait a second. I need to graph which function. This one. Not this one. Okay. So this function, they could be continuous. I love Desmos because Desmos can show you a lot of things. Because if you add slider on the Desmos here, you can actually figure out that they can. So I'm gonna add a slider here, and here I'm gonna get rid of this. I'm gonna add slider here. So there are infinite amount of combinations, right? So are they ever gonna meet each other? And when they meet each other, are they differentiable? Those are the things that you gotta consider. But there was a lot of possibility of A's and B's. But there was only one possibility where the slope is equal to each other and the functions equal to each other. So in here, you're gonna start with understanding x approach 2 of ax cubed is equal to limit x approach 2 from the left, from the right of x squared plus b. Does that make sense? This just means they are continuous. Now, I'm going to say x approach 2 from the left of a derivative of a function, so it'll be 3ax squared. If I take a derivative, limits x approach 2 from the right is 2x plus b. So I'm going to plug in 2 here, so that's going to give you aa is equal to 4 plus b. I'm going to plug in 2 here. It's going to give you 12a is equal to... Wait, if I take a derivative, this is gone. So that's going to be 4. Is that okay? So a is equal to 1/3. If a equal to 1/3, so it's going to be 1/3 equal to 4 plus b. So a over 3 equal to 4 plus b. B is equal to negative 4 over 3. Right? Did you guys get this? Somebody did it yesterday. You copying other people. Don't copy other people. Do it on your own. Now, I think it's 1/3 here. And this is negative 4/3. See how beautiful it is. This is completely smooth. Right? The line is, think about this roller coaster. Roller coaster, this is the one roller coaster I want to ride on because there's no change of slope. Math works. Right? Also check your answer on decimals. That's why I told you. Learn how to check your answer through decimals. A lot of things you can be checked. Can somebody answer that, please?
Okay, so say you have like direct flip, right? You have negative 5 of x, right? And you plug in 0. Finally.
Now if you're home,
What?
why are you going home so early?
Finally.
Everything okay?
Why?
Everything okay?
I could have sworn you said finally. No,
Huh?
finally.
They already posted. Bye. Bennett, why are you being an ass?
Because I said binary and the aliens thought I said finally.
Oh, I thought that's what it says. That's what I thought you said too.
You thought I said finally as well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I said binary.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. Sorry,
And then I
we
said
misjudged
finally
you.
again, it's
You are
zero.
not ass.
I am. What are you doing?
Okay, any other question on the homework? Yes. What? Oh yes, I would love to go over that one. Which one is that? 3 root x plus 4 square over x root x, right? We say what? Okay, so this question, I love this question because you can use a basic rule to do this, but you have to be good at algebra. So y equal to 3 root x plus 4, and then 3 root x plus 4 over x root x. And then if you FOIL the top, it's going to be 9x plus 12 root x, no, plus 24 root x, I lie. And a plus 16 over x to the 3 over 2. Why is it x to the 3 over 2? This one's x to the 3 over 2. Is that okay? You can simplify that. It'll be 9x over x to the 3 over 2. You can split them. Why you split them? Because you can use power rule. And if you have to go, you can go, but this one's going to be x to the negative 3 over 2. This one's a 9x to the negative half plus 24x to the negative 1 plus 16x to the negative 3 over 2. I haven't taken a derivative yet. Now I'm going to take a derivative. Realize I take a derivative, I'm going to use a different color here. So 9 times the negative 1/2 x to the negative 3 over 2 plus 24x to the negative 2. This is negative. Plus 16 to the negative 3 over 2, x to the negative 5 over 2, negative 9 over 2, x to the 3 over 2, minus 24x squared, 8, minus 24 over x to the 5 over 2. Yeah, that's life.